Hey, friends, welcome to this episode of Mr. Mark's Classroom. My name is Mark Jones, and I want to talk to you today about how to get connected with other preschool and children's ministers because we really need to be in kind of a community with people so that we can network and we can learn from one another. And so today I wore my Metro shirt that we had our annual meeting, and this is actually from a couple of years ago, but I love being a part of a group who is meeting facing some of the same challenges and how are they meeting them. One of my favorite things that we do is that we share hot topic questions around the room, and as someone is facilitating this and saying what the question is that's been sent in, because some people may have the same questions, and so they'll put that together so more people can hear what that question answer would be. They ask the question, and everyone in the room gets to answer it and has a chance to chime in. What do you do? What have you not done? What would work? What have you seen? What have you heard? And we get to hear from this whole pool of people who are professionals who do what we do. And it's so great to get some of those answers. Man, I'm writing those notes. Like, what do you do? Where are you at? And I am calling them up. I can ask them what they're doing. And then our group has even created a Facebook group so that way we would be able to stay in communication with each other. They do this in the early childhood group in preschool as well as in elementary. Well, that's something that I love to be a part of annually. But I have to admit, I enjoy going to conferences. There's so many great conferences that are available. But here in Oklahoma, I've put together a great conference that we have every month. Actually, we have it 9 times a year. It's called Community 94. Community 94. It's when preschool children's ministers all come to Oklahoma City and we meet and we simply have great conversations, breakout conferences. We have like Skype interviews or internet interviews with people, authors that we love to hear from that we could never afford to fly them in here and be able to pay honorariums, but they volunteer a brief amount of their time just to invest in us, and how grateful we are. Oh, we're so grateful. It's very, very helpful. And so we meet 9 times a year. That means we don't meet June and July. You know what I mean? And we don't meet in December. That's music's turn. Let them go and have the whole month if they want. But we kind of coast in December because we got a lot to get ready for in January and moving forward. Now, so we meet 9 times a year and we meet for 4 hours. We do also have like lunch time in there because we don't miss lunch. So it's usually about 5.5 hours. And I usually have an early pre conference. I call it a coffee talk where we can talk through different things, issues, situations, and get some of those hot topics kind of ironed out as well. So it's a fun day that we're able to hear from other people. We sit around tables getting to know each other, networking, being able to hear things. Now, another thing that I have done, and honestly, it's absolutely a huge blessing, and that is I meet with some of the men here in Oklahoma City who are children's ministers, and it's not for the reason of telling each other what we do in our ministry, although we love to hear that from each other. I mean, talk shop, because we want to be able to bounce off ideas and actually be able to tell somebody who might appreciate what it is that we do. Yeah, that's nice. And so we actually share kind of an accountability. Did you read your Bible? What'd you learn? Let's see your quiet times. What's your verse that you're memorizing? And we help each other in a spiritual way to be accountable to each other. And it's a huge blessing. I mean, you have to take out of your busy schedule to meet every week, but wow, what a great thing. And so I challenge you, consider a couple of ways that you could get people involved in your life because you've chosen to meet with them. So maybe it's in a group like that. Maybe you just have a Zoom meeting and you meet with people. That would be awesome. That's how we usually do our interviews whenever we're doing an internet interview at Community 94. So go ahead and schedule some of those conferences and then schedule some of these other things because your life will be easier having invested a little bit of time in that. I know that you're busy, but when you are pouring into yourself these things about our ministry and what we do, you're only going to get better. Iron sharpens iron. hmm And so this is a good way to engage in that. So don't cheat that. Be sure that you're doing it. I hope this will be helpful to you. I'd love to hear from you. Even on my Facebook page, Mr. Mark's Classroom, let me know, what groups are you involved in? What do you like? I know there are a lot of Facebook pages and groups that you can join, but who could you meet face to face, where you had to fess up, where you had to be accountable? That would be huge. And you get to hear from them and hear their excitement and have actual conversation. I think that's a big deal. And that'll be a big help. I'd love to hear back from you. You can even reply on the comments here at Mr. Mark's Classroom, or you can email me. I would love to hear what you're doing in your ministry. Well, I hope that you will continue to invest in your workers from the things you're learning. And don't forget, I have Classroom Swag, which is a monthly magazine, and it's digital. It just comes to you the first day of the month. 20 pages of articles and great ideas that you can send out to your workers. Just forward it. Or you can print them off and hand them out. That's what I'm doing. I'm handing them out in our workers meetings. Have binders for them to put the pages in and be able to resource it quickly instead of looking through all the emails. This would be much easier just to have a hard copy and print it off, ready to go. So that's what we decided we would do with ours in order to help our workers. So give it a look. Go to getclassroomswag.com and have a look. We want to send you a free copy of it. Just sign up there for the free copy and you'll get it. Well, your life in ministry is such a gift. I hope you'll go and make it count today.